Alright, so I just thought this would be a fun little video. I help get an idea of what my film collection is instead of one movie at a time, like when I do my band this series, which at this point in time, more or less, with the exception of very few, they're all things that are in my personal collection. So obviously, I don't want to actually ban them. I've gotten some comments before on BitChute where, like, I don't know how serious they are. Maybe, hopefully, it's just like a Poe's Law thing, but they're under the impression, even some films where I blatantly tell the people to go watch this movie, they accuse me of being pro-censorship. I'm going to do a video on it someday because they're hilarious. Anyways, so, anyway. I got from Vinegar Syndrome. I did a video of it already. And one of the things I got were some Blu-ray protection covers. You know, they had them labeled specifically for like slip covers. So that's what I did. Went through some of my collection, picked out the 10 that I want to protect the most, and put them in there. And I'm going to go through them. So here are 10 Blu-rays that I felt were most worthy to protect. And I'll might as well mention a little bit why. Alright, here, I already did this one in the Vinegar Syndrome unboxing. Night Beast, Section 3 Video Nasty. I'm also going to take them out, give you a little tour of the set. So, going through this one more time. Night Beast. Yeah, for the most part, these have just been kind of sitting. Can't tell if you can see it or not, but they're scratched already, and for the most part, they've just been sitting in a stack until I put them in here. So they scratch easy, get very smudgy very quickly. So it almost kind of makes your set look a little bit uglier, but protection is protection. I mean, condoms don't look very appealing, do they? So yeah, Night Beast. There's some very glossiness of the Night Beast. This is, you know, embossed. You can't really see the depth of it, but wherever it's glossy, it's raised. The classic art cover, Blu-ray, the DVD, new cover, and I picked this. Well, it came with some of the stuff I bought, so I figured might as well. Probably would have done, was there anything else that came with the slipcover or not? I think there was one other thing. I don't think, I didn't do it with this though. I probably would have done Slaughterhouse, but I could tell it'd be way too thick. Same thing with my 4K Blu-ray of E.T. Too thick for these cases. And I did try DVDs. They are too short. They are made specifically for Blu-ray, so Blu-ray height. So that's Night Beast. Another Vinegar Syndrome, Mausoleum. This was from doing their Black Friday sale in 2018. This is one of their limited edition things, exclusive for Black Friday. So it wasn't on sale, but you could only get it for that short amount of time. So here it is. This is raised. A little shiny for the eyes. Raised. Again, I chose the classic art because it's different from this. Otherwise, the slipcover will be the same as this, which I'll show you. And if I can get 2 different arts to display, I will do that. I mean, why not? Might as well. DVD with the classic art, Blu-ray with the new art. Here's the original new art that comes with default. This film is nothing spectacular, but if you were to see it for the tits. This film has some of the craziest boobs I've seen since Gothic. Not necessarily, they're not really sexy, but they are absurd. They're crazy. It's hilarious. Nuts. All right. Basket case. We're getting into some Arrow video now. I've been getting into Arrow quite a bit lately. They're kind of becoming like a new Criterion for me. I'll probably always have more Criterion than Arrow, but I'm definitely accumulating quite a bit of Arrow, getting stuff on speculation. Alright, so kind of shiny, metallic-y. These cases have a tendency to scratch easy, so might as well. This is a limited edition slipcover. And I missed out on getting the pin. Alright. This is some older art. There's the disc. Booklet. It's got essays, you know, just like a Criterion. Very nice. All right, I'll show you. This is the new artwork. This is what came as the default side. I do not like it at all. Not very nice. The original artwork, much better in my opinion. So definitely this side I'd stick with. Get in there. Bad thing about when they're already close. There we go. All right. Now, here's another Hennon Lauder film. I do have the pin for this one. Alright, so here we go, once again, metallic-y. And I think this is the new cover art. Dual format, which is nice because I have a lot of friends that they don't have Blu-ray capabilities, and I like to bring a lot of my films if I go to their place, expose them to films that they may not see otherwise. So, dual format. Once again, booklet. Love this film. I like it a lot more than Basket Case. I haven't seen Frankenhooker yet, so who knows which one I like more. All right. Here is some original classic art, although this is not the cover I remember seeing at the video stores, you know, to rent. I know they have like a gallery of different covers. Let's see if I can find it. Pretty sure it's this one right here. This is the one I remember. So if I ever go to rent anything out and I seen Brain Damage sitting on the shelf, this is the one I saw. Spoiler alert. Alright, so that will go back in. Oh, Mausoleum. That's also a Section 3 video nasty. Orgy of the Dead. I like this cover a lot. The film, I don't really dig. Not my kind of movie at all. But Ed Wood, I kind of want to get every film Ed Wood has been involved with. That is available. Some of his films are lost. And he just wrote this. But it is... it's definitely a nudie cutie film. It's just topless chicks dancing. That's really the bulk of the movie. No substance at all. So, and I did look. This does kind of work in the black light a little bit. Not the best, although the lighting I was using wasn't the best lighting. It was kind of an LED type thing, not an actual black light. Because last time I tried to use it, it didn't seem to want to work. So I'll have to get a new one. Because I love me my black light, and I'd love to see this as a poster, like, you know, the full-on velvet and everything. That would be amazing. So, and very similar, but it's a little bit different with the colors. Like here, the orange, it's more yellow. Like her, the yellows and oranges are more switched around for whatever reason. I like this cover quite a bit. I love black light things, so. Here we go, the inside. Original artwork. Help give you an idea what you're in for. All right. Got another Section 3 video nasty here. And this is a special one. All right, again, as with all of these, the slipcovers are limited edition. But I also did a bit of an upgrade. So here we go. Film by Umberto Lenzi. Boom! An autograph by the queen of cannibal movies herself, Mimi. Look at her, isn't she adorable? Although it's a shame it's the scene where she gets her throat slit. Spoiler alert. All right. Now I can do a side-by-side comparison. New art, original. Banned in 38 countries. So yeah, I don't really have much of a choice but to do this side if I want to display the autograph. So, but either one, it doesn't really matter, and the slipcover is completely different from either of these, so that works out well enough. I don't remember if I've shown this before. So once again, I will slide that back inside. I'm probably going to get some more of these sometime, because there's some other things I'd like to, protect. Like, why not my Blu-ray of Time Bandits? Because that has a 3D lenticular. Speaking of 3D lenticular, that will bring us to our next film, Zombie 2. Now, there are 3 different covers for this one. There's one of, the classic cover of, the conquistador zombie with the worms in his eyes. And there's also one, I'm not sure if it's 3D or not, it's definitely motion, of the infamous eye scene. This is the bridge one. You can't see the 3D, obviously, because we're watching 2D, but definitely has some depth. And I wish they didn't have that there, because it just ruins it. They all have that. And their 3D set of Maniac does the same thing, have that horrible seal on it. Ruins it. But still cool. And I chose this cover specifically because I just find this to be a chilling scene. It's very effective. Apart from the traffic at the bottom, it's an effective moment, in my opinion. And this is my 3rd time getting this film. The first copy I had was DVD, the Shriek Show edition, 2-disc set, slipcover, and this is thicker. It's harder to get out than the other ones. There we go. So it's just called, it's on the cover, it says Zombie 2, which is the title I prefer to call it, as it's a translation of, the original Italian title. So, classic art, of course. Booklet with essays. There's the infamous eye scene. So, yeah. an ad for comics based upon Maniac and Zombie. So this is the main feature, special features, and the fantastic soundtrack. This is what made me really get it. Otherwise, I'd be content with getting my second purchase of it, which is the 2-disc collector's edition, also from Blue Underground. And then I saw this, so I came with the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack, and the soundtracks one of the best special features you can get. That and source material. So if I can find something that has a CD, I will grab it. Alright, now here's just the 2D of the new art. Might as well do classic. Why not? It's such an iconic image anyways. We are going to eat you. Alright, so back in that goes. Ooh, that one slid right in. It's impossible to get out though. Alright. Synapse. This was from, I think, 2017 Black Friday. Exclusive slipcover, and it also contains a bonus DVD that's specific to this set of the French version of this film. So there's a total of 3 cuts of this movie: the French, the American, and the European. I haven't seen the American, I've seen the European. So I'll have to watch it compare. So got it looking like a pulp novel, you know, a Penny Dreadful kind of thing, fitting, you know. Yellow spine, give it also a bit of a giallo-esque feel. Which Pulp Fiction, giallo, they're essentially the same thing, just different countries. You know, gritty, sexy, you know, exploitive stories, you know. There's the disc. This is the bonus DVD of the French version, the Blu-ray. I don't remember which is the original art or not, but I almost like this. I think I'll switch it out. I'm kind of digging this one. Before I just left it, they weren't that much of a difference, but I'm digging this one. So I think I'll switch. Oops, almost forgot. Yeah, put it backwards and all. You're not going to know until you take it out, so. Continuing with Severin. some of these things, like, they're loose. Like, some of these aren't going to sit very well on the shelf. Like, if you want to have the things right next to each other, you got to crush it. So I kind of about that. Because, I try to save as much room as possible. So sometimes I really cram them in there. Or, like, I have to, use a crowbar to get the films out of the shelf. Shouldn't do that, but I want to utilize my space as much as possible to keep my collection as big as it can be, while also being as compact as possible, which is why I'm converting to Blu-ray. Otherwise, I'd be content with DVD. But they're thinner, so I lean towards Blu-ray. Not because of quality, but because they save space. Alright, continuing on to 7, we've got The Changeling. This is another very metallic one. Very nice. This does not have alternate cover art, so what you get is what you get. But they're both different, very similar. But the color scheme isn't the same, so it's cool. The film and the soundtrack, and this is another excellent soundtrack. I've been waiting so long to find this on Blu-ray. When they announced it, I was like, Severin, of all the people, this does not seem like a film they would do. It's not sleazy, it's just not the kind of film Severin normally does. So they surprised me with this one. And Severin's been pretty good with soundtracks for a while lately. Some of the more recent releases I've gotten, they haven't had them, but they do them occasionally. Oh. Eaten Alive, that contains the soundtrack too. Did I mention? I don't think I mentioned that. This has the soundtrack, which if you're watching this, you would see probably. You could see a little compact disc thing. So yeah, and that's a neat soundtrack too. And that's also Severin. Here we go. The 4K restoration of Suspiria. Alright, the slipcover has the classic art, which stayed in there conveniently. Here we go. Nice, beautiful steelbook. And steelbooks, I noticed, kind of have a tendency to scratch easily, so it's nice to have, well, the slipcover obviously helps protect it, but now I got double protection. It's like a condom on a condom. Oh, I've been doing this for a half hour already. Nice. So yeah, front, pretty cool design there. I like that. It's pretty neat. And this is also nice. It's actually more colorful than the film itself. It's a very colorful movie, but they really emphasize how much color they use in the film by making it over the top, exaggerating how much we see. Still kind of cool though. And I see I don't have the booklet in here. I know where it is. I'll have to remember to stick it in there. But there's a booklet in here that has essays and whatnot. So, feature film, special features, and the soundtrack. Not only is it a soundtrack, but it's also a Goblin album. Goblin is one of my top favorite groups, right up there with Pink Floyd. Oh, if I see a DVD, I don't care what it is. If it has a Goblin soundtrack, I am going to get it. Like, Beyond the Darkness, Buio Omega. I picked that up because it contains the soundtrack by Goblin. Same thing with the Synapse release, steelbook release of Phenomena. Never seen the film, but it had the soundtrack. It's one of the weaker soundtracks I've got and that they've done, but it's still Goblin in a Blu-ray set. It's still cool. So yeah, whenever I see anything with Goblin, I gotta grab it, because it's awesome. It's Goblin. So it'd be nice to get a cool release of Patrick that has their sound version of the soundtrack on it. So yeah, these are the 10 films I decided to protect. Night Beast, Mausoleum, Basket Case, Brain Damage, Orgy of the Dead, Ain't Alive, Zombie 2, Jack the Ripper, The Changeling, Suspiria. Yeah, half hour. Longer video. Do I want to continue making quick videos? Because content is behind. Suppose. Well, check me out on BitChute, please. Because with the way things YouTube's going. Not digging it, but BitChute, free speech. Working on banning censorship. Check me out on Stardust. Minds. And I will see all of you later. Take care, everybody.